Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Alex and I wanted to make a video today exploring the idea of thinking about where your place is in the world. So I'm currently on summer vacation. My job is I work in international schools in China, currently in between jobs, and I thought during this transition month I'm going to stay in Shanghai for the month to kind of take stock of my life and plan the next steps moving forward, thinking about the next 3 years and the next decades, the direction I want to take my life in. But of course, when you're an international teacher or just someone with a British passport, the world can be a very open uh, place, let's say. You have so many options where you can build a life around the world. So a little bit more context about me. I've lived in, well, I'm from Wales, but I've, let's say, lived or had extended stays in countries like Germany, China, Thailand, Japan, Poland, Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, and then I came back to China uh, 2 years ago. But yeah, I'll give a bit more context. I grew up in South Wales, went to university in my second year in Germany for a few months, for a semester. Then I moved to China for 6 months to teach English. Then I moved to Thailand for 6 months. And I spent 1 year in Tokyo, spent 6 weeks in Poland, um, 5 months in Brazil, 3 months in Colombia, I think 4 or 5 years in Vietnam, and currently about to enter my third year in China. So I've been around the world a lot. Um, Very grateful to be in the position I'm in. But when the world is so open, it's a very privileged position to be in. But you do kind of start to think seriously, okay, where do I want to base myself or build my life in terms of relationships, career? Which country is going to give me the best um, in terms of what you're looking for? Be it career, job opportunities, or even starting a family, dating, building wealth, saving money. There's so many options, and my idea of which country I want to base myself in has definitely changed several times in the last 10 years. Um, so there's a few ways you can look at it. For me, I didn't imagine I wanted to leave Vietnam before I came to China. I was very happy living in Tao Dien in Saigon. Tao Dien is the District 2 in Ho Chi Minh City. It's kind of considered like the more upmarket expat area of the city. And I was very comfortable there. But I really struggled to find a job that had a really good working relationship with everyone in Vietnam. I was a bit unlucky. Had some very strange moments working in the schools there. Uh, but yeah, that's the reason I came to China. I just kind of grew to a point in my life where I wanted to take my career a bit more seriously and have a bit more in terms of financial prosperity and opportunity. And yeah, I didn't really want to come to China initially, but now looking back at the last 2 years and where my life can go next, I'm really happy I made the move. China as an international school teacher, there's just so many opportunities. If you want to steer your career in a particular kind of school or a particular curriculum, if you're looking to advance into leadership, I think no country comes close to China just for the sheer amount of opportunities around this country. And yeah, with this job, there's always a bit of high turnover with the staff always looking to make the next move or build their life somewhere else. So it's very easy to work your way in to the where you want to be. So, for example, I came to China. I worked as a homeroom teacher in a bilingual school while I recently got my PGC, QTS, and masters. Next, I'm moving into a school where I can teach the IB, the PYP, which is definitely the place I want to take my career in. But yeah, before I became so, let's say, career minded and thought about what does early retirement looks like, what does financial health look like. There's I think possibly three countries I was really thinking about seriously, and they were Thailand, Vietnam, and Brazil. Um, Thailand for me is just it's currently changing, I think, but for me it's just the ease of life, the sunshine, um, the energy on the people are so lovely, the access to some of the most beautiful places in the world. Um, if money was an option, if I was a digital nomad, I'd definitely be considering Thailand. But as an international school teacher, Most of my life is going to be built on my work routine for the next few years. The salary in Thailand just isn't enough to get me where I want to be long term. So it kind of makes it like a non-starter at this point in life. Vietnam again, I was very, very happy in Ho Chi Minh City. I used to live in Hanoi. I was very happy when I first arrived. It felt like the right place for me at the right time. But after a year or two, I found myself growing out of it. And I mean, it's always been a city with has had struggles with pollution. But when I was there, I just felt like the pollution just got worse and worse every year. And I was there through COVID, which made it through a difficult time. Um, so yeah, I was happy to leave Hanoi, but I really didn't want to leave Ho Chi Minh City. I was very happy in Ho Chi Minh City. The weather is so nice. The people are just so friendly. I found a lot of characters from the city. Just a lot of cool places to hang out. The airport is like a 20-minute drive from the city centre, so it makes it easier just to catch a flight if the airport's not too busy on the day. Um, yeah, but I really struggled to find a job that I was connected with my values, let's say. Um, it was easy enough to get a job, but I really struggled to get a job to the next level. Part of the reason why I left, I just got a better offer in Shanghai, and I definitely turned my head than what I was getting in Ho Chi Minh City. I could have stayed there for the next 10 years, and I would have been okay, but I really want to grow through life, and I think moving to China gave me that. Brazil, I used to, in a different part of my life, I used to live in a hostel in Rio de Janeiro, close to Lapa, the party area for 6 months. I lived a very bohemian lifestyle. I was just living off like $50 a week. So I had like free rent, free food, free alcohol, most importantly at the time, free access to all the bars and nightclubs, and lived a very indulgent lifestyle. But Brazil really stuck with me. The lifestyle, the weather is amazing. Just Rio de Janeiro for me is like one of the best cities in the world. Um, you can, yeah, easily the best. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't really go and party anymore. But if I lived in Brazil, I would be partying every week at the Blocos, just out in the outdoors, out in the open, meeting lots of cool new people. Um, yeah, I never really found the vibe like Brazil in any other country, and it's really stayed with me. The people are just amazing. Obviously, there's a element of your safety that has to be considered in Rio de Janeiro. I didn't have too many problems. Had some serious incidents, mostly under influence, but I made it out okay. And yeah, I thought about finding a teaching job in Brazil because I loved it so much. Before I got my PGC and QTS, I was looking at teaching jobs, and the salary was just shocking, and the visa costs, and it's very Brazil is bigger than Europe, and it's not cheap to just fly in and out every few months. Um, so yeah, it was good for that part of my life. It was a good time, but I found it very difficult to realistically build a life there as a teacher. Since I've been qualified, I've had a couple of interviews there, and it just the salary, if it would be a huge drop. I'm sure I'd go and have fun, but I think in later life, when I get my 50s and 60s, when maybe I wouldn't have as much money saved up as I would in Asia, I think that could lead to some very risky uh, long-term problems with your health and your financial health. And yeah, I think for now, I've decided on China. Um, moving forward for the next 5-10 years, I could see myself staying in China. Uh, the financial benefits that come with being a teacher in China long term, they really open up a lot of possibilities for you in terms of your hobbies, your personal life, or just your goals. And my goal is to try and visit as many countries as I can, and also have wonderful experiences. I can afford to travel for marathons to get in my fitness. Um, yeah, China isn't the most exciting place day to day. I don't feel as I don't feel that buzz that I do in countries like Thailand, Vietnam, or Brazil. But in terms of stability, I think China has the best balance for what I need in my life. I have peace of mind. My physical health is really good. I have the capabilities to take care of myself. Financially, I've can't imagine ever having less than I can't imagine ever being close to the red in my bank account again if I stay in China. I've worked very hard to be in this position in life, So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful to China for giving me the sense of peace in my life. But yeah, moving forward, I'll probably be in China for the next at least decade, maybe 2 decades, saving money, working hard, trying to improve myself. But I could see myself moving down south. I think for me, the south of China is the sweet spot with the weather, not being able to find the job opportunity I want. I'm very particular about which jobs I take moving forward. When I was younger, I used to just take any job. Now I'm a lot more picky. I think when your life week to week is based around having a stable job, you need the right fit to make sure it doesn't bleed into the other areas of your life. If you come back home from work every day, you're angry, you're fed up, you're tired, it really does affect the rest of your life. But yeah, for me, the south of China, in the future, maybe, I'm very excited for my next place in Ningbo in China. But yeah, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on the south of China for the weather, the access to Hong Kong, the access to nature in the south of China. You have so many cities like not just Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Hongzhou, you have a place like Zhuhai, Foshan. I think that would be the sweet spot ultimately, but again, it really depends on the job. And yeah, I would consider Hong Kong. I think that would just be an amazing place to live. One of the coolest cities in the world. The living space would be small. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that, especially in the future. But Hong Kong has some of the most beautiful nature on the New Territories and the neighboring islands. But yeah, I'm happy in China for now. How about you? Where are you currently right now in the world? If you're watching this, what do you consider your dream destination? Are you working towards relocating yourself anywhere? Please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to discuss it with you and share some thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.